Ryan here for Silly Reviews. I'm going to do something different on this one. I'm going to let you guys in on stuff I have to deal with working over at a pre-owned dealership that does its own financing. And it has to do with repoing vehicles. So this is an interesting one. I had a customer who had paid a long time on his vehicle. He was almost done paying it. We let him slide a few times where he was months and months behind. And but good customer, seemed like an overall good guy, but had a real problem, and he only had like 2 months left to go and a couple late fees he hadn't paid yet. He canceled his insurance, and these customers, I don't know why they think they can cancel their insurance or drop their full coverage, and they don't think we'll know about it because we're the lien holder on the policy, so we get all the alerts. A lot of get-overs in the world, you know, and we understand financial strain, money, life can be stressful, but, you know, you got to stay in touch. And you see his biggest problem, and what I tell every customer when they sign up, stay in touch. We can work through a lot. The ultimate goal is for the customer to get the vehicle paid off, to own it, drive it for a while, everything went well, come back. But even though I stress over and over and over, just stay in touch, never disappear. If something comes up, let's figure it out. That's one of the perks when you work with a little small private business. You know, you can get help like that. It's not like when you do an auto loan, you know, through a big bank, through the dealership's financing, you miss your payments, boom, gone. You drop your insurance, car, gone. So this guy, he started just not answering the phone. He came over to catch up on some money. I brought it up to him about his insurance. So what's the deal, man? They told me you're canceled, you know? He started lying. I mean, I knew all the information already. And he started lying to me. I said, well, let's get him on the phone. I don't know if he thought because of a Saturday, you know, the insurance company, I wouldn't be able to get him on the phone. That was Progressive. It's 24/7. I get him on the phone. He's like, oh, well, you know, I paid my renewal, but, you know, it was a little short, blah, blah. I said, all right, well, you can't leave here with the car. The car's been uninsured for like 10 days at that point, I think. Regardless, one day, that's a wrap. It's in your contract. So called up the owner. He said, let him go, because there is insurance always on the vehicle. It's liability. It's from our umbrella coverage. But should something happen and it's his fault, all the lawsuit, everything's going to come on us. And that would be a huge burden for the business. So we let him go. He said Monday he's going to take care of it. Call him Monday. Oh, well, you know, they need X amount of dollars. I'll have it tomorrow. I said, okay, well, Tuesday. Come that Tuesday, he stopped answering the phone. He never called back. I called a couple times, left voicemails. It got to the point where I had to call the repo man. Called the repo man, even though the repo man didn't take the car, he did get in touch with the customer and made the customer call us and made the customer come in the next day. And we got everything squared away, but it was real hairy, and he didn't understand why he had to pay for the repo man fee, the contract, you know, being renewed, things like that. It is what it is. You'll see what happens in the end, or you'll hear it, because it's just audio, and I hope the audio comes through half clear, but you have an understanding of what the situation is. And it's so stressful, man. We don't want to, I hate being put in that position. Try to work with people, tell them to stay in touch, and they don't do it, you know, and our hands get tied, and I have to make uncomfortable decisions. But my goal here is to make this business work. There are big opportunities here in the near future, and I have to do everything I can to make sure that the business can go positive and we can make those things happen. So anyway, coming up is going to be the audio. I don't know how good quality it is, but I think you'll be able to hear it. It's interesting. It's a day in the life of, you know, trying to run a small little pre-owned car dealership and giving people, you know, financing that, you know, don't have the best credit history, things like that. So without further ado, here is the audio. Well, I never heard back from you, Jeremy. So we had to make a move, and you know, checked on the insurance, man. I mean, you know,
since February. This is a new insurance card.
Since February when?
26th. The next week when I paid.
That's a long time, right? You didn't have insurance on the car.
10 days.
Longer than 10 days.
From the weekend. Nah, I did it on the 16th.
Yeah, but I think your renewal was around the middle of the month.
Renewal was on the 26th. That's what she said. I only had February to pay, but it was up in February.
Well,
so I actually had to renew it on
for
the 26th.
whatever X amount of time. The vehicle was uninsured. You knew that the vehicle was uninsured when I got State Farm on the phone. I mean, Progressive on the phone.
No.
You didn't know? Okay.
When I talked to the lady, she actually took my payment. She never said the car wasn't insured. So I actually got here with you.
Right.
Then I was supposed to make one more payment,
right,
which I made it the following week.
And I feel like I had talked to you Monday because we were nice enough to let you take the car.
Yep.
Which we don't do. I think I might have talked to you Monday. You said you were working on it and never heard back. But now I'm hearing back from you because Ronnie called you or came and saw you at 1 in the morning.
Well, he didn't see me. He just called me.
Well, called you. You know, whichever way.
And like I told you, I was coming this month to pay everything.
Yeah,
out.
but
the car's insured.
But on the contract, you can't let that insurance lapse. You can't have no insurance, and we gave you like a lot of days. And then you lose the communication with me. So what am I supposed to do? Contract's void, Jeremy.
What you mean?
Contract is void. You're not gonna. You can't just come here and whatever the balance is, pay it off, and it's okay. Because now we got money out there on the repossession truck, the constant contact. We let you go. We let you be way late before.
But you got me a receipt. You said I only had to pay $6 something this month.
That's if you don't break the contract.
I didn't.
You did.
The car was insured.
The car was not insured.
Yes, it was.
The car was not insured.
I had the. Okay.
It wasn't insured.
All right.
It wasn't insured. So
here's the money. I mean,
I understand. I understand. Whatever the balance is, you know, it's going to be the $50 to reinstate the contract so we can pay it off, and it's going to be the $350 that I just paid last night.
I just have to get my money. I have the money right now. I know what you said. I got you on the card. So
yeah. I
mean, I hate to do it that way.
I don't want it to be like that. My phone's recording too, Jeremy.
Yeah,
and the camera.
I know. But like I said, I was here.
But,
I told you I was coming here to pay the money, and I said I was going to take care.
I know, you told me you were getting the insurance back on, and we let you go.
And with Progressive, no, they had to give me a whole nother this.
There's only A and B. Cars insured, cars not insured. There's only A and B, Jeremy. That's it, man.
Okay.
You know, and you travel for work. I know you drive a lot. You get that far on paying on the car, you got no insurance, something happens. The whole lawsuit from somebody, the loss of the vehicle, it would all came on us.
The car been parked the whole time.
If it was parked the whole time, then you could have left it here Saturday, and I said, you know, come back and get the insurance, and we let you go.
We was going to try it.
And you didn't keep in touch with me. Just like, and what was it, the previous Wednesday, you said you were going to come make your payments. You didn't come on Wednesday.
I never said I was coming.
And
I said the next month. I said the next month.
All right.
And you wrote it on here. You said $640, and I was $300 behind.
Mm-hmm.
And you said I could pay everything plus the late fee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you making payments is totally different from the other half of the contract, which is keeping the insurance on the vehicle.
Yeah, the vehicle's insured. It's been insured since before the 26th.
I know, but you had a lapse of insurance. There was no insurance on the vehicle for an extended period of time.
Only 10 days.
I can't verify right now if it was only 10 days or not. Could be more, could be less. But you're comfortable with saying 10 days, so do you think it's okay for it to be uninsured for 10 days? We'd rather you pay the insurance.
I did.
I know, but man, I mean, it's a tough situation. You know, I know you don't have much left to pay off. We just lost money on the repo, man. We got to reinstate the contract for $50. We need that money. We need that money, and we get it done.
I didn't tell you to get a repo, man. I thought
You told me to
talked to you.
You told me to get a repo man by not
personally.
having insurance.
I talked to you personally. You never said anything about if you don't have this amount of days, we're going to come repossess
Your contract
the car.
says it.
I talked to you personally, though.
Your contract says it. I don't say anything different than the contract. I can be flexible if I want to be flexible.
For 10 days?
But I can enact the contract for 10 days. Jeremy, how many times have I tell every customer, I remember you were here when you got the car, I was here. I tell everybody, make sure you don't lose contact. I can only be so flexible before I can't do it anymore.
I talked to you on the 16th.
When you know that you're late on payments, we let you play catch up way longer than we do other people. When you don't have insurance on the vehicle, and then you can't call back and keep in touch, how flexible can I be? It's frustrating because I don't know what's going on with the asset. You know?
Here's a 645.
If I don't know off the top of my head if 645 is your remaining balance or not, I can look at it. But what are we going to do about the other fees? Because I can't let you buy the vehicle with me losing that money now. So what could we do about that? Could I get you to sign something where you pay it off?
For a repossession? That my car never got repossessed?
It doesn't matter because once we send the man.
I wasn't aware of that.
I know, but
that's something
you'd be aware of it if I could get in touch with you. How about that? How? I don't know because I have your phone number, but you don't answer it.
Okay, but that don't mean I'm avoiding you.
Okay.
Like, I run a business. I'm not by my phone 24/7.
I know. So when I wait days and over a week and I don't hear back,
No, but I told you I was getting insurance just like you called, and they told you it was canceled. They should have told you I got another policy because she told you that when I was here.
I know, but that doesn't. But 10 days, 15 days, 8 days, it doesn't matter. Uninsured is uninsured. Uninsured is uninsured. Something happens with that car, the entire lawsuit falls on this business. You know what I'm saying? I can look up your payoff and see what it is, but there's the matter of that money that I told you about. What can we do?
Can you give me a receipt for the 640?
I don't know. I don't know what I can do. I know if you're late on a payment, I can take that amount, but I don't know if that. Are you saying this amount is what you believe to be the remaining balance of the entire contract?
That's what it was.
Okay.
I only had $1,500. That's what the other guy told me. And when I came in here, I paid the $960, almost $1,000 on the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't been 30 days yet for the other payment.
Just bear with me, Jeremy.
Like, I haven't seen the repo man. I don't know what he looked like. So, as far as that, and like I said, I thought me and you had kind of talked about.
We did until you don't stay in touch with me.
But I told you I was taking care of them.
You also told me you'd be in touch with me, and we get the insurance situation resolved. You said on Monday, then I talked to you Monday. Maybe you said the next day, then it would be okay, and then it wasn't, and then I never heard from you. So now I'm over here talking to John, like, man, like, I don't know, one more day maybe, like one more day. Let's see.
Why would you think I would try to not pay you guys when
I wouldn't think
paid everything?
I wouldn't think that when you know there's issues, that you wouldn't answer the phone and you wouldn't call back within days. It's not like I tried to call you one time over all this time and you didn't answer and I left a voicemail and then I said, well, F it, let's make a move. That's not what we want to do. Yeah. I didn't hear from you, man. No. But I hear from you today. You see how that works?
Yeah.
So, you're talking about you didn't see a repo man or whatever. You don't, if you're saying you don't want to pay for that, repo man just did his job. Here you are. There's the vehicle.
I told you I was coming in today.
Hey, all right. So, Jeremy's here. He's got $645 or so. He believes that's the remaining payments on. I explained to him the expenses involved with the contract being, having to be reinstated for us to finish this up, and then the money out to the repo man, and he's disputing it. He wants to give the 645 that he has here and be done with it. You know, what should we do here? You know, think. Okay. I understand that. We've been talking about it. Well, if we don't come to agreement on that, okay. Now let me ask you this: as far as, because I don't want to take the 6 something from him if that's not what he owes us, but I think he owes us 1 payment right now, right? So should I just take, we take that? What do we do? I think he believes it's 645.
It was 1,500 before I left. Before I paid the 9 something.
I know, but John, I'm trying to explain to you that I have money sitting here in front of me, $600 something. What as far as collecting out of that, if he owes a payment or is late on a payment, that's our money. But the rest of it, I can't take if we're not going to come to an agreement that we need to sell the car. Okay, nothing. Okay. All right, I'll let you know. Thank you. Bye. If we can't get the extra money that I told you about, I'm not going to take any of this. And you're not going to have the car. So, what can we do?
I don't get what you're saying. So
because let's say, and I'm not saying that is your number because I have to look at the paperwork. I believe you do owe 1 payment, but if we don't come to agreement, you're gonna take all this back because we're just gonna take the car back.
And you're gonna give me all my money back that I paid?
No.
For the car?
No.
Why?
Because you were paying to rent the car until you owned it.
That's what I had.
I know, but you already broke the contract, and we had to go as far as try to get the vehicle repossessed already. There's nothing that changes how flexible that we have been the entire time with late payments, extended periods. There's nothing that changes that once I lost communication with you and that vehicle went, I don't care how many days uninsured. We let it go for a while.
So what you need? 350?
No, I need 4.
You need 400? You just
4.
told me 350.
50 for the contract, 350 for Mr. Ronnie.
350 for Mr. Ronnie?
Yeah. So your balance plus that, and then it'll be over.
All right, bro. I mean, I'll be right back.
Well, wait. Take this with you until if you come back, okay?
No, I'm coming right back.
I know, but I don't want to hold this right now, because unless we can finish it off, I don't want any of it.
Okay.
Okay.
This is bad business, bro.
Okay, so if you're wondering what the end result was, customer went and got all the money, and he got the title, and we actually went together to the notary, and he got it all registered, and he became cordial, and we shook hands, and that was the end of it. So I'm glad he had the means or the resources to take care of the situation, because there was no more time left for this customer. What I can leave you with is this: if you're in a financial agreement with a business, a company, a friend, a neighbor, your parents, your children, whatever, just stay in touch. Anybody who's lent anyone anything, the worst thing you can do is just stop staying in touch. So just stay in touch. I'm Ryan for Silly Reviews. I'd love to hear your thoughts, questions. Leave a comment.